What's good with it, y'all? Welcome back to A1 Hoop Zone. Man, y'all already know what time it is. We talking all things basketball, man. This the premiere, so we touching on every and all topics. But before we get into anything, man, y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we back, man. We've been out for what is it, about almost like a week now. My apologies, man. Was with the fam, went to San Diego, took the fam. We took a little staycation or whatever you want to call it, vacation. I went to a resort in San Diego, had a hell of a time, man. Went to San Diego Zoo. You ain't been there, I recommend it. Shit, we was there for like 6 hours and didn't even get through all of the entirety of the zoo, man. So y'all check that out if you can. But nonetheless, man, we here to talk this good basketball though. So we had a lot that took place, man. We obviously saw what took place in that gold medal game, so we'll start with that right away. USA knocking off France. Steph Curry having a second breakout performance, locking up that gold medal game, single handedly putting them boys to bed, putting them boys to rest. We saw the Steph Curry flurry at the end. Man, hell of a game. The intensity of that game, the atmosphere, everything about it was just crazy, man. That he set that France crowd on fire. Absolutely inspiring game. And you can see, man, like there was moments when you know what I'm saying when Steph was doing this thing and the chef was cooking. I went back and watched highlights along with watching the game a few times as well. I was looking at France's bench, and towards the end, it was like the last two daggers they hit, man. They looked like they was getting demoralized every single time. You know, so every single time Steph put that thing up, man, they immediately heads go down, arms going in the air. They knew it was over with. They knew it was over. They saw they hopes of winning gold dwindling right in front of their eyes, man. And you got to see how again how demoralizing it is being on the perspective when Steph is going like that, and you got a team that's doing everything they possibly can, but you got the greatest shooter alive that never touched the basketball on the other side just flame on, just lighting y'all up. There ain't nothing you can do about it, man. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Like I said, France's head coach came out, tipped his hat, gave his respects to Steph's performance. You also, again, you got to see firsthand seeing the bench's reaction when he was knocking down those shots. They were just throwing their arms up. They were flabbergasted at the fact the type of performance he was putting on. And then you got to see, Team USA, man. It was just that type of energy and moment is kind of like almost a one in a lifetime type of experience. To witness it, you might see it more than once, but to be a part of it there in the flesh, that's like a one in a lifetime type of moment, man. Those type of moments are rare. You don't see that too often where someone is single handedly putting y'all to sleep. And y'all so everybody knows the night celebration and things of that nature, man. It's rare to see a player go out there and do it on that stage. It obviously being his first Olympics and going out there and being able to put a string together back to back games when the Team USA needed it most. And he stepped up in a huge way. LeBron was consistent for the entirety, for the entirety of the Olympics. That's why he won the Olympics MVP. KD, when he got out there, man, he got to work like a surgeon. So we know what he was going to do. Devin Booker was solid for him as well. Anthony Davis came in, played some big minutes. Joel Embiid, you could tell when he got himself in shape and got to going, how his game started to elevate and pick up. So you can see all the players, man, and certain players they went out and got for a reason, and all those players played their role to the utmost and to the T, and they got them the gold medal, man. So shout out to Team USA for locking that thing down and doing what they needed to do, man. So again, this is just my reaction to some of that, along with some other stuff we're gonna chop it up and talk about. But it's just one of the things, man, where I was watching that game, the energy and the level of competitiveness to that game, along with the attention to focus and detail, was insane. It was a close game, back and forth, back and forth. France did not go away at all. I had predicted that it was going to be more of a, on my last live, I said Team USA was going to win, but I said it's going to get ugly. It was going to be a situation where, Team USA was going to run away with it. Boy, was I wrong, but I was right. I picked Team USA to win, but damn, France did not give up, man. France was not throwing in the towel, none of that. They was swinging with him while they was getting punched out and punching at the same time. So shout out to France for making it a hell of a game, spectacular game, and keeping that thing close to allow that type of moment that we got to witness from Steph. So hell of a game, man, hell of a game. As we move past that, obviously a lot of people being prisoners of the moment and calling Steph the greatest basketball player ever, and he the GOAT, and yada yada yada. A lot of that's being prisoners of the moment, man. Is he the greatest shooter? Without a doubt. That's not even a conversation up for debate. You can't name another person. and the next person that you can put over there is Wardell, and we all know Wardell is Steph. So that's Steph's real name for people that didn't know. Now you know. So you got Steph Curry and Wardell Curry is 1 and 2. Next one after that for greatest shooter, I think a lot of people probably throw Clay right up there, man, because we all know Clay is a hell of a knockout shooter. That's why they got the Splash Bros as they nickname and everything when they play it together. So we know what that is. But as far as being the greatest player, nah. Because if let's be honest, man, and this is no hate or slight or disrespect or anything like that. If Steph ain't scoring, his impact is he's still a threat of knocking down the shot. So he's gonna be an automatic floor spacer for everybody. But at the same time, like he's not gonna impact the game from a defensive standpoint. He's not gonna impact the game from a steals. He's turnover prone with the ball as well. So if his shot is going, it opens up everything else to the element of his game. If it's not going, it's kind of one of those situations, man, where it's like more of like it's just a decoy being out there just from the lure of the fact that we know he can get hot in a hurry and knock down shots. Outside of that, it's like when you look at a LeBron or a Jordan or Kobe or any other kind of great player, like even a Shaq, they can impact the game in a multitude of different ways. And more so for Steph, it's just more driven and focus point around him being able to score. The shot not falling is like the impact isn't there. Again, no slight of disrespect, hell of a player. He can be whomever is GOAT. I have no issue with that. I mean, GOAT is subjective anyway because it's greatest of all time. How do you measure that particular? How do you measure that? You know what I mean? That's why I came up and coined the phrase GOAT, greatest of our time. People can go with that. It's probably a better option, but you can't tell people where their fandom lays or how their fandom is as far as how they feel about it. You can't do it. So my whole thing with it again, man, I'm not a prisoner of the moment. I appreciate the moment, but I'm definitely not going to be a prisoner of the moment. A lot of people were saying, Steph should have won MVP. LeBron, didn't. It's consistency that wins you the MVP. You can't, string together two great games, and all of a sudden they're gonna forget about the other games where you were shooting mediocre or had a terrible shooting percentage. It don't work that way. You gotta look at the entirety of everything. You gotta look at the bigger picture. And that's what you see. That's what happened. That's why LeBron got us. So shout out to Bron adding another accolade to his long list of accolades that he got. Shout out to him. Shout out to Steph again. Hell of a back to back performance, man. Something that again it's gonna be one of those instant classics where you're gonna go back and keep watching. You have to. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Um, what else we want to cook on, man? So we're getting back. Everybody getting back to as far as Team USA, they're gonna get back, rest up, get back in the lobby, get some workout in. You see Jaylen Brown, he dropped a few little images of some of his workouts, being underwater with a 40-ounce weight or yeah, dumbbell and the basketball, palming the basketball and the dumbbell. A little different type of workout, man. And I think for him, this is something he actually has been doing, and not a lot of people know. So his workout regimens and things like that in the off season, you can tell as of last year, it paid off extremely well. If you looked at the entirety of the season, there was no drop off for him. There was no decline. He maintained that level and increased that intensity once it mattered most in the playoffs. A lot of people didn't pay attention to that. I was one that definitely paid attention to it. So shout out to him staying ready so he ain't got to get ready. Shout out to Jaylen Brown, man. So we're gonna have to see, how Jason Tatum bounce back for this too. Um, People crucifying that man for the fact of, there was a free Jason Tatum movement for a little bit on Steve Kerr not giving that man not finding any minutes for him to play in the Olympic games and stuff like that. But the same thing I kind of said and also looked at too, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping. So I went back and watched the games that he did play, the minutes he did play, and it just looked discombobulated. Now, a lot of people, the easy thing people can say, the low hanging fruit is, well, if he had more minutes to play, then he would have been able to get into a rhythm and things like that. Okay, cool. But if you look at it, the game has already shrunk down from 48 minutes to a 40-minute game. So what does that mean? That means that everybody is getting less playing time than they typically would have, and they're getting less shots than they typically would have as well. So that means a lot of these players stay ready so they didn't have to get ready. And you saw a lot of these players come in and have an impact on a short, limited amount of time. Yeah, they got more minutes than Jason Tatum, but they also made the most of those minutes when they got them. When Tatum was in there, it didn't look right. It didn't seem right. It didn't feel right. Like he just didn't look comfortable. He didn't. understand the role or how to play the role and playing with others, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. It's just again, it's the first go around as well. I would assume if he comes back for 2028 Olympics, him and Anthony Edwards is going to be the bona fide leaders of that team from a wing perspective. Plain and simple. Gaining that type of experience, playing against those type of players, seeing how Olympic ball is different from NBA ball and things like that. I think that's something that's gonna go a long way for them, man. So definitely gonna be a situation. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section about that. How do y'all feel about it? But I honestly think that's what you're gonna see in 2028. You're gonna see a lot of them too if Tatum returns. I believe Anthony Edwards is gonna be there because he's licking his chops and saying even with this team he was saying they got to go through him. He's the number one option. And he was getting the minutes, and he was going out there and producing. If he wasn't scoring, he was focusing a lot, focusing all of his energy on the defensive end. If you don't believe me, go back and look at it, man. You can see it as clear as day. That's what he was doing, focusing his energy on the defensive end. So Anthony, again, for Jason Tatum, man, this is one of those situations. It just didn't get the minutes, wasn't able to just show highlight his skills on the global level from perspective of the Olympics. But you just won an NBA championship, bro. Like just enjoy the fact that you got that Olympic experience from that person, like real Olympics, playing with those players, that type of competition, and seeing it firsthand, understanding that you up next. It's just a part of it. You have some of the best players in NBA history th- that made the Olympics or made this, and what happened, right? They made the Olympic team and didn't play a lick a minute, or they did make the Olympic team. You know, I'm sure they're gonna feel some type of way, but it is what it is, bro. You got to roll with it, and get better from it. That's my advice to him. He don't need my advice, but that's my advice to him. My unsolicited advice, I should say. But yeah, man. So what else we seeing? We seeing, off season, next upcoming things, reports coming out about players requesting other players to be traded or wanting to be traded, and bunch of interviews. We're getting a bunch of basketball content all across the YouTube airwaves of stories being told that haven't been told, or information being leaked that typically shouldn't or wouldn't be leaked. It's a lot of basketball content out here, man. And if y'all tuned in to A1, man, y'all know how I give it up on my end, right down the middle, straightforward with it, no BS, no biasness or anything of the sort. Y'all know who I rock with from a team perspective. I'm a Lakers guy. Been a Lakers fan my entire life. Not a LeBron fan, not a LeBron hater. I'm a Kobe guy. If I had to choose like a person that say LeBron, Kobe, MJ guy, or Steph guy, however that work, I'm a Kobe guy. But I don't have to, you know what I mean? I'm able to give credit where credit is due without shitting on the other person. It's real simple and easy to do. A lot of people have an issue doing it, but for me, it's easy. It's easy to do. Super easy to do. So yeah, that's just how I give it up on my end, man. So if you're new to my channel, you haven't checked out content, make sure you go check it out. Definitely gonna be enjoyable, great conversations being had, tons of engagement where it comes to whether if you comment now in the chat or if you comment, catch the replay on it. I respond to each and every one of y'all. Don't leave y'all hanging. I don't leave y'all on unread or any of that. So make sure y'all tap in from that perspective. But yeah, just wanted to tap in with y'all real quick, talk some Team USA ball, give my reaction to that, a part of the reaction, other news that's going on across the league and things of that nature, man. All the not too many rumors I really want to address much, like the whole Steph wanting LeBron and stuff like that, man. Steph wanting LeBron to go to the Warriors, but Rich Paul was one to block it. It is what it is. It wouldn't be the first time that these other superstar marquee players wanted another either star, all star, or superstar player to join their team. It wouldn't be the first, and it's not going to be the last. Look at the situation where Braun went to D Wade with the Heat. Come on, man. Those are two mega superstar players that one already had a championship, the other was in pursuit of a championship, made the finals many years in a row, and came up short. So we know what that is, man. Again, it's not gonna be it's not the first time and it won't be the last. That's my response or my reaction to the whole step one LeBron to join the Warriors and them trying to backdoor Klay Thompson and stuff like that. It is what it is, man. It's a part of the business. We know how it can be a shady business. We know that, but there's no surprise there, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, how this cook went. Let me know, y'all definitely let me know how y'all feel about anything I said. And like I said, man, I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of y'all. We back again, so the videos is gonna be coming hot and ready like Little Caesar's Pizza. I don't eat it, but the motto is fitting for the usage, man. But yeah, videos gonna be coming and dropping. So y'all make sure again, y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn your notification bell on, and y'all can keep getting notified when I drop this content, man. This will be coming, like I said, damn near daily, if not twice a day as well. If y'all want to support the channel, you see that information right there. It's in the description as well. Feel free to leave a super thanks. If you don't know what that is, bag out, hit the like button, see where it says thanks, four icons over where it says thanks, click that, and you can support the channel that way, man. But again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming through. I'll be back with y'all another one. We back, but we out of here, man. Appreciate y'all.